What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Episode 14 of the Guys of Texas. We took a little bit of a hiatus. We've been busy, boys. Big 12 champions smoked Oklahoma
Right.
State. Harding with the Division Two championship. I'm just winning champion. They're the national champions for Division Two. I've got the Rangers so far. We've got the Big 12 championship. We've got Harding winning Division Two. Now we just need the Longhorns to really seal the deal for. And my 2023 is just absolutely completing my life right now. It's been a wild ride. I just beat Jono, unfortunately, in fantasy in the semifinals for fantasy this week. Sorry, bud.
Tough break.
Yeah, just on a hot streak. So, how you guys doing? What'd you guys think of the Big 12 championship?
Championship. Yeah, John, what were your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I was not at the game. I was listening / watching occasionally while working, which was the worst possible case scenario. But I went back and rewatched the game in full, and it was a blast, man. It was a great game. That first half was just ridiculous, man. Quinn was all over the place with it. A lot of fun to watch that offense move the ball the way they did in that game. So I'm excited for the things to come, but it seems like we're clicking right now, man. The last 2 or 3 weeks of the year, I feel like our offense really started catching their groove again. Defense is kind of coming back around too. So I'm excited, man. That was a lot of fun watching that Big 12 championship, and it's what we were all wanting, man. It's what we were all looking forward to, seeing that commission hand that trophy over to us. You know, that's what we wanted to see.
Gee, that already feels like it was so long ago.
Dude,
It was.
That's crazy. It was.
This is what the World Series, like the whole championship run, felt like. It was like by the time the first series started to the World Series, it felt like 5 or 6 months apart. That's what it feels like now. Like it feels like it's been forever.
Yeah.
There you are. Oh, there's Seth. You froze her for a second.
Was I frozen for a second? My bad.
Yeah. No, you're good. So Big 12 championship. I thought Worthy died twice during that game. There were 2 times where he was just getting carried off the field, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, he's back in the game.
Dude, when I know it's been a highlight everywhere, but when he trucked that guy on the goal line, I want to see that Worthy more often. That was awesome.
Yeah. And then my favorite moment of all time for Big 12 championship was Sweat getting that touchdown in the end zone. We saw that was on the other side. We were in the end zone, but it was on the other side of the field, and we saw the touchdown happen, but we didn't see who it was. And then on the big screen, you look up and you just see Sweat doing the Heisman pose. And it was like, we all went bananas when that happened. It was like, all right, he brought everything out.
It was pretty awesome. Dude, we had those seats were awesome. We had a really good time at the game.
Yeah.
We only had one OSU fan, and I think he disappeared.
Bro, I said something. It was like a lighthearted making fun of like, oh, they were cheering really hard because they had gotten their first down of the game. And it was like almost the end of the quarter at that point. And I was like, oh, hey, their first down. This guy just turns around. He's right in front of me. And I had no idea. Just turns around and was like, yeah, it's probably, we got to have something to cheer for. I was like, oh, my bad, dude. Didn't mean to talk trash. Didn't know you were here. But it was fun. All the Oklahoma State fans were cool. They basically showed up knowing what was going to happen. So
it was a great game. What a game.
Yeah.
We got to go check out Texas Live, which I had never seen before. That was awesome.
Yeah. I love me some Texas Live. That whole area now is just my championship home. Like, I did a video where I just stood in between the 2 stadiums saying that I would just win championships left and right. Now the Cowboys need to step it up. They look like trash. Otherwise, they're definitely not going to be winning a championship for me. But yeah. So did you guys see the ceremony? Yormark's daughters.
Oh, flipping the crowd off.
I didn't
see that.
Oh yeah. There were videos that that popped out of them just flipping players and everything off. And
was that after the trophy ceremony, or
it was when it looked like it was when they were walking to the stage. Is what it looked like. Yeah, when he was already getting booed, walking to this was when they were setting everything up still. Yeah. Like he's walking to the stage, and I think some of the players were giving it to Yormark, and the daughters were just giving the bird because they thought they weren't on national TV yet. If you haven't seen the video, by the way, we did post a travel video for the Big 12 game. It was fun. That was my first ever Big 12 championship. I like the setup for the fans. Like they had a lot of things you could do for all the fans outside the stadium. It was set up really nice. I enjoyed it.
The end zone catches and stuff. Yeah, I was disappointed we didn't have more time to hang out there. Like once we started walking, I was like, I want to do that. I know.
I didn't realize like all that stuff was going to be there, and then they had this big. All the screens had the big clocks out front showing how much time is remaining before kickoff. And it's like, okay, time to go. But no, it was good. I enjoyed it. I mean, I would have liked a better game, I guess. Not really, because I enjoyed the blowout, but it was fun nonetheless.
I mean, the second half was a lot less interesting.
Yes. Well, I will say I've been to that stadium for games many a times, especially Cowboys. That is the loudest half of the stadium I have heard ever. Nice. I mean, Cowboys games, they're sometimes get loud, but it's just that same crowd. Bro, hearing that stadium with like real noise, like for an entire side really cheering for a team, that was fun to be inside that stadium and actually like enjoy that, because typically it's just the noise it's just a drowned out noise. Like there's cheering, like clapping, but it wasn't anything like that. I enjoyed that a lot.
It was a good time. Altogether a good time. Like drive up early, went to the game. Man, Zach and I stopped at in Waco for food on the way home, and just like always, Waco always disappoints, man. It was the worst. We stopped at Fuddruckers. It was absolutely the worst burger I think I've ever had in my life.
Bro, there's Fuddruckers still alive?
I know. I don't know why I picked it, but this is so awful.
That had to have been a bad choice. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now.
You were in the truck, and I was just mentioned it.
Go ahead.
For what?
Oh, well, in Hillsboro,
we were leaving Dallas.
Dang it, your delay is absurd. All right, we're leaving Dallas.
We're leaving Dallas, and I just said, we were talking about burgers. I was like, man, when I was a kid, I liked Fuddruckers a lot. And like, that's literally all I said. And then like 45 minutes later, I'm like, so where are we going? He's like, dude, I already looked up Fuddruckers. We're on the way. All right, I'll go. Yeah, that sounds good. Dude, it looked like this place was straight out of like 1982. And Zach's burger came out completely raw, and it was just awful.
Is it still the same where you like build your own burger with the toppings and stuff? No, Brahms is the place to stop on the way back.
I do Brahms breakfast mostly.
Oh, really? I've never had Brahms breakfast. Their burgers are good.
Yeah,
I enjoy the burgers. But that's the place. Yeah, no, don't stop anywhere in. I will say there's two places in Waco. I'd say Shorty's Pizza and Vitex Barbecue. Shorty's Pizza they call them pizza pillows. They're like basically calzones for the most part with your favorite toppings and stuff. But they're all like hidden gems. You got to like know about them. You can't just, and it's not a place you just stop to on the way out.
You can't forget Fuego. Honorable mention, Fuego.
I don't know that I've ever had Fuego.
Decent.
It's good. Good tacos.
Tacos. Okay. Well, we won't have to do much of eating in Waco anymore. We're done with them. Unless we need like a really easy schedule game at the beginning of the season. Then we'll think about Baylor. Dang, it's in commercials. Texas State's blowing out Rice.
They were losing last time I saw. What are you talking about?
Texas State?
Yeah.
Clearly we're on two. Yeah, we're on two different. You can see your score. I'm on commercials, so one of them you're probably behind.
Did you see the head coach's comments down at Texas State? I was just reading it before we got on here. He was just talking about the progressions they've made, and they're going to keep it rolling and play for a spot in the college football playoffs next year.
Play for a what?
Bold
Exactly.
strategy, Cotton. Bold strategy.
Florida State went undefeated and still didn't make the college playoff.
Yeah. Hey, there's 12 teams next year, man. Anything can happen.
Yeah, dude. I'm sure we'll
Anything
just
can happen, yeah.
throw in a Bobcat in there.
There's angels in the backfield.
Bro, you're gonna need more than angels to do that. I can tell you that. I mean, you never know. The way the transfer portal is now with the NIL deals and everything, they start finding money somewhere. They could just buy a team, I guess. But so let's look ahead to Washington. We are playing Washington, the number 2 team, ranked in the Sugar Bowl. That will be Monday at 7:45 game. What a late game.
7:45.
Bro, that game is gonna last until midnight. The way these college football games last, the playoff games, I mean, it's gonna be midnight. So that's 2 nights in a row. We're gonna have to be up super late. We're gonna have to work the next morning. Can't wait. It's gonna be fun.
It's a good chance I'm gonna take the day off.
Well, some of us have that luxury. I'm in the middle of crunch time right now. So so what's your guys' keys of the game? What are you looking forward to?
I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing if we can carry the momentum that we've had the last 2 games on offense. Like, it's been a night and day difference the way we performed with the last 2 games compared to the rest of the season, and seeing if all this time off, if there's a drop off or they go right back to business the way they were. And then a lot of time game planning, if we can actually put a game plan together in the secondary to, I mean, dude, their passing offense is insane. And theoretically, like every pundit in the world is saying that they could possibly pick us apart in the secondary. And we've had a lot of time to prepare for it. I'm just curious what they're really going to implement to challenge that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting whenever you have as much time as you do to prepare for these teams like this. I mean, best case scenario during the regular season, you got 2 weeks to prepare for somebody. So having, 3-4 weeks here now, it's just going to come down to Penix, man. It's going to come down to him, and can we slow him down or stop him? Because I feel like offensively we're going to be able to put up some points. Confident in our offense that we're going to be able to move the ball, but it's just, can we slow down that Washington offense? There's a lot of firepower, and I think they said they have potentially 3 first-round draft picks coming out of that offense. So just ridiculous talent up there. So that's going to be the key, is just can we get pressure on him with our 4-man rush without having to bring any additional pressure to keep people back in coverage is going to be, the main key, I feel, for us defensively. So it's going to be a fun matchup. I feel like it's going to be high scoring, though.
I think it's definitely the premier matchup out of the semifinals, in my opinion. I might be a little biased.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think that Rose Bowl is just going to that Rose Bowl can go one of 2 ways. Alabama runs away with it, or it's a very close game. Like, that's the only 2, and it's going to be a very low scoring game if Michigan and Alabama, or if Michigan's still in it. It's going to be a very low scoring game. If I had to choose between the 2, I prefer Michigan, not because it's Alabama. I just prefer Michigan. I prefer playing teams that run the ball. That's the big thing, is we dominate. As you can see, the last 2 teams we played, we dominate running teams. And so that's why I prefer that. It doesn't have anything to do against Alabama. We'll beat you again. No, don't worry about that. But yeah, as far as this game goes in Washington, or against Washington, the secondary is the big thing. The running game, we're going to control again, but we're going to have to figure out. I think Washington starts to run the ball first. I think they try and set that up, and then just start slinging, and then go back to the run. There's going to be a lot of RPAs because they know that Texas really focuses on the run, and once you start doing that, it's going to screw up our secondary. Now, you start bringing more people on the line of scrimmage on defense. That may be something that Sark actually changes up this time and actually bringing a pass rush that's actually gonna get to the quarterback because Penix doesn't run the ball. His rushing yards is minus 18 for 29 carries. So Penix does not run the ball at all. So you're going to be able to contain him. He's not going to run. So bringing more pressure, I think, is going to be really the key to this. Yes, it's going to be on the secondary also to play good defense. And do we start playing that basically the deep coverage where we just give up the middle again, start playing a prevent zone defense? I hope not, but I think that's what Sark. I think Sark's going to change the game plan up a little bit this time. I think he's learned that doesn't always work, but that's also been a big thing for us is we don't always give up the big passing plays.
Yeah, the big bombs. I am curious how much they try to go after our safeties with Derek Williams being out for the first half. If they just try to use that as a quick jump out at the beginning of the game before we get that more experience back in the position. I mean, who's filling in for him right now when he's out?
I don't know. I haven't seen. Let me look up.
Is that Crawford?
Let me look it up. So is Malik, because he is already going to Duke, is he done?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy.
And Jaden Catalon is also gone already.
Did
Well,
he
I don't
go?
think he's committed anywhere, but he's
I was
like
about
out
to
with the
say.
team.
I think once you hit the portal, yeah, it just sucks for a guy like Malik, man. It's just we wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for him, and he doesn't even get a chance to complete out the season. It's just it's a tough situation. That's disappointing for sure because I mean it's potentially 2 games. You never know what's going to happen. Quinn's already been banged up this season and last season, so having a guy like Malik that we were pretty confident in. Not having that now is going to be tough. Makes Manning step up into that role for the backup. So
Yeah.
but oh man, that
You got to
portal
figure out a way to
just-
fix that, man. Putting all that effort and blood and sweat and
Yeah.
tears into the whole thing, and then you just have to jump ship before everything's done. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's the big thing with the transfer portal that I have a problem with is
Were you able to find a backup, TJ?
No, not yet. But as far as the transfer portal goes, I get that they've got to enroll in the classes for the winter or for the spring semester, but we got to change something, especially if you start doing this playoffs. I feel like we're going to extend it one more week for championship week, so you're really going to run into a problem there, and it's going to create issues. Everyone's chasing NIL money, and they don't really care. I think that extending the playoffs will help because it will keep more players involved before they transfer. But yeah, let's see. Free safeties. You got Crawford and and you got Thompson and Williams Jr. So there's really not. I don't know who they're going to put in there.
Probably
Not
Jalen
sure.
Thompson.
Yeah,
They should drop the depth chart probably.
that's why I keep
Something
looking up
this
for
week, right?
this actual depth chart, but it's not showing.
I mean, with the game being Monday, you would think at some point this week they would release the official depth chart.
Yeah, I haven't seen the official one for this week. But I guess we'll see. Yeah. So what's up?
I was just gonna say I was looking at some stuff earlier and I didn't realize the team was already heading to Houston or to New Orleans tomorrow morning. I didn't realize they were going to be there that long.
Yeah, they've got it. There's a lot of like media stuff, I believe, that goes on. It's almost like NFL playoffs. Like once you get to the championship game, like they've got to do a lot of interviews. I know they were here this last week and this week or it was last week they were here for doing interviews and everything on campus. But they're going to do more stuff there. I'm sure they'll go to. I mean, as far as bowl games wise. Typically, if it's not a playoff game, they still have all those obligations and charities and stuff they've got to go to also. So that's probably added into that also. And on top of that, with it being New Year's, I mean, you're going to have to be, especially in New Orleans. Yeah, you need to be there and lock up the rooms. Room check the entire night. You don't need anybody out. No, sorry, boys. We'll have New Year's celebration on the 8th after that game. So just hold your horses. Don't go get crazy the night before the big game. So,
That's the last thing you want to see, man.
yeah, dude.
New Orleans is a dangerous place once you get out on Bourbon Street.
It's bad, man. It's bad. What are your score predictions for the game?
I definitely should have thought of that already.
We can. All right. So I'll tell you this. We'll hold off. We'll wait for our at the end. We'll talk about that. Okay. We'll talk about mission once we talk about mission, all that. So we'll do those at the end.
Do we have the totals from our conference picks?
Yes. So the conference champions picks. Nobody got the SEC winner right. We all got the Big 12 winner right. Congratulations. Big 10, I chose Michigan. And ACC, there was no winner. Louisville, UNC were both the ones that were chosen here. And then Pac-12, I don't remember which one of y'all chose Washington. I'm assuming it's Seth.
It was Seth,
Yeah. So it's so Seth wins one and I win one. So we tied 1-1 in conference champs for that one. Now we did a pick'em also later for the last episode we did a pick'em. New Mexico was plus 11 against Liberty. Liberty won that. So both of y'all chose Liberty. We all had Washington. Y'all had Washington straight up. I had Washington with the points. Georgia, we all had. I had SMU. Jono had SMU. And Seth had Tulane. SMU won there. Iowa did not cover the plus 22. And Louisville lost, and we all picked Louisville. So for that week, I went 2-3. And you boys went 3-2. The tiebreaker was the points for the Texas game. And Seth chose 42, and Jono chose 44. Therefore, Jono won the tiebreaker with 49 total points by Texas. Well done, man. Well done. He, let's see. So Seth won the overall. I think Seth won the overall pick during the regular season, and Jono won last week. Fantastic job, guys. You guys all suck.
Speaking of suck, how's that bowl pick going for us?
Bro,
dude,
I'm
TJ's at the bottom, isn't he?
not the bottom. Let's calm down here a little bit. All right, I've got enough to focus on with fantasy championships right now. Okay, I've got 2 that I'm in, so I've got enough to focus on. I was in the semifinals in 3 of them. Things happen. Let's see. Let's look at them. The standings
we're still in like the ridiculous part. Now we're getting done with the games.
Yeah, and a couple of them I literally lost because we're doing spreads. We're not doing just straight up pick 'em. So I've lost 2 of them by 1 point.
I'm tied for second. Who is a win?
It's a guy from one of my other fantasy leagues.
John's right there with me.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's still alive. These are those games that I feel like none of us really knew a good amount about these teams at this point. I feel like
especially Zach. Jack's just throwing stuff at the wall.
Yeah, for real. Darts. I can't find TJ. I just have to keep scrolling here.
There's only freaking 12 people in the league, man.
Tied for 8th.
Tied for 8th. I'm 7-12 right now. That's awful. It really is bad. Like, it's embarrassing the fact that I've paid attention. This is the first time I've ever paid attention to multiple teams, and I'm still just that bad. Like, you boys are both 10-9. Zach's 11-8. I'm 7-12. And when I'm tied for 8th, Tim put in 2 picks, pick'ems and didn't pick one of them, so therefore there's only 10 people in it, and I'm tied for the bottom of the barrel. So, fantastic.
Did y'all pick Kansas to roll tonight?
Yeah, of course. Had to stick with the Big 12, you know. Last game of the year, can't hold anything back. So let's kind of run through these. We'll just do the highlight games. I really don't care about some of these games. What's the score? Yeah, Texas State's winning 38-21 right now.
Yeah. I was reading that.
Let's see. All right, so I do have the Bobcats winning. So let's just keep that going. Kansas Jayhawks minus 12.5 against UNLV. That should not be a problem. Virginia Tech versus Tulane. Tulane is heavily favored in this game, and they're plus, but in actual picks, people picking them, but they're plus 4.5 for the game. I don't know. That'll be interesting because they did beat SMU, or no? Who are they beat? No, Tulane got beat by SMU, so they're coming off a loss.
Yeah.
Right.
Then you got North Carolina versus West Virginia. West Virginia's favored in that game, minus 3.5. I don't know. West Virginia's played really well this season overall in the Big 12, but UNC is, I feel like, a better football team. West Virginia's also lost to some really bad football teams.
Yeah, I got the Tar Heels.
I have the Tar Heels there. I have the Hokies against Tulane. I've got Tar Heels plus 3.5. Then you've got USC plus 6.5 to Louisville. I'm not gonna lie to you. I went with USC. I don't know why. Caleb Williams is going to cry one more time.
Maybe because we saw how bad Louisville actually is.
Yeah, but I mean USC is just as bad. Like,
yeah, I mean that's true. I mean,
is Caleb Williams going to play?
I don't know. I doubt it.
He's not.
I don't think he will.
He's already, he's doing too many commercials now.
I thought this A&M game was tonight. I was excited to watch it.
No, you're talking about the great value Red River Shootout.
Yeah.
Yes, Oklahoma State and A&M.
It's a great name.
Yeah. They've been. It's all over Facebook right now. This is the great value Red River Shootout. If A&M doesn't just mud stomp Oklahoma State, I got nothing for you. Like,
dude, that's not going to happen. Are you kidding me?
What do you mean?
Oklahoma State's going to win that game.
Why is that?
They have no coach, and they haven't been a good team this year.
Look
Ollie
at
Gordon, man.
Ollie Gordon,
dude. I just
get it.
I don't know, dude. Like, you know how these Aggies are. Their Colt shows up at the last minute and decides to pull one out for nobody and just show the world that they're still bottom of the barrel, but they can win.
So many people already hit the transfer portal.
I know, but all right, man, fine. I'll flip. I'll just go Oklahoma State.
No, sorry. Keep your pick.
No. It's fine. SMU Ponies against Boston College. I've got the Ponies are minus 9.5. Rutgers. No one cares about Miami and Rutgers. I think Rutgers could pull that out. I mean, they're not a terrible football team. Kansas State against NC State. Kansas State's minus 4.5. I've got Kansas State.
Kansas State lost their quarterback already, right? He went to the portal and went to USC. Is that correct?
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
I'm forgetting the guy's name. Howard.
Will Howard.
Will Howard. Yeah, he hit the portal. If I'm remembering correctly, he hit the portal and went to USC.
Yeah, but their second string, like they were doing a 2-quarterback system, and the other one was staying, and they were like a lot higher on the other one, anyways.
Right.
Then you got the Alamo Bowl, Oklahoma and Arizona. John was going to go to the game for us and report out. I actually think that'll be a really good game.
Yeah, it should be a fun game. I don't know who's starting quarterback at OU. I can't tell you who their backup is, but obviously Gabriel's gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. Who is that kid?
General Booty.
No, it's the one
Dang
they're
it.
all excited about. He's good.
Kentucky versus Clemson. For whatever reason, I picked Clemson, even though they've been not so great this year. But Kentucky has shown that they just can't put it all together. Notre Dame playing Oregon State. That's going to be a good game too. Or Notre Dame's favored by 10.5, but I think Oregon State's a better football team than that.
Jackson Arnold's their quarterback.
Jackson Arnold, that's right.
Iowa State, Memphis. I got Iowa State minus 6.5 on that. I just don't like how is Memphis going to come out of nowhere and just win that game? I think Iowa State's got too good of a defense. Even though, I mean, that's the thing is most of the stuff I picked off of like what they played off through the season, and the transfer portal just screwed everything.
Yeah,
I love you. I love your picks, TJ.
I don't care, dude. All right.
I mean, I'm just
When I
happy
win
to
this
see it.
championship too at the end of the year,
That's another dub for me. Okay.
would you choose Memphis?
Yeah.
That doesn't make it why.
I can't tell you the secret sauce, man.
See,
Big
I'm not
Memphis
changing.
guy.
There's just no chance I'm ever going to vote Memphis on that. Ohio State, Missouri.
That's a fun one. That should be a fun
Yeah, that was a tough pick.
Yeah, I agree there. I'm not even going to say what my picks are anymore.
game.
Can I click on look at yours anyways?
No, you can't. Not until they lock.
Oh, okay.
Good try, cheater. Florida State, Georgia. Georgia is going to mop the absolute floor with Florida State. Florida State doesn't have anybody. They've already transferred everybody out. The quarterback's gone now. He's transferred out. I mean, I don't even know who they're going to put on the field at this point. And Georgia, I mean, Georgia's going to have all their young kids that are just the up and comings coming out and playing, and it's their time to shine and show off what they can do. So I think Georgia's going to absolutely demolish them.
Yeah, I'll agree with that too. It just seems like Florida State just gave up. You know, everybody thought they may try to fight in this game and, you know, kind of prove people wrong versus Georgia, but man, they just got flooded in the portal and guys opting out of the game, and it's pretty wild to see what's going down there. It seems like they're boycotting it really without boycotting it, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, the Old Miss Penn State game seems like it's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, I do like that one.
Can we talk about Lane Kiffin in the portal right now, man? Pulling the top two transfer targets from one from A&M, one from Florida. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
You got Walter Nolan. Who else did he get?
Oh man, why am I blanking on his name?
I know.
I know that he's gotten a handful. They keep talking about how well he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous how much he's been pulling across the board. They were talking about this is kind of just the new age of college football now, where you got these guys that are just, once you get the momentum rolling, you start seeing other guys that, you know, that want to team up with each other, that, you know, they find a landing spot together.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see how that's going to play out.
Ole Miss is going to be an interesting team next year.
Yeah, they got the potato dart back, as Jaron likes to call him.
Yeah. He says it with such passion, like it's a real insult. Look at that potato.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Look at
I
that
don't know why
potato.
we're calling him this, but all right, he's a potato, man.
Oregon with a tough battle against Liberty.
Dude, the easiest bowl game.
It's the Fiesta Bowl too. It's like that's wild to me.
It's ridiculous.
Tennessee, Iowa. I've got Tennessee on this, but that's kind of a coin flip to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Iowa's just I know their defense is just ridiculous, man. But
Yeah.
just watching that offense, like multiple games here at the end of the season, it's absolutely painful to watch their offense operate.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing, just absolutely no consistency from them offensively. I mean, if they had like a decent offense, I'm talking like top 50 in college football, they would probably be, one loss at this point
Oh yeah.
because the way their defense plays. But man, just ugly football for sure.
Last but not least, you got Michigan, Alabama. I think Michigan still wins this game.
Really?
I mean, Alabama. Here's the deal. Everyone keeps saying, "Oh, Alabama's back." Alabama. Do you not remember? Like, yes, they beat Georgia, but do you not remember the Auburn game? Like, they could turn back to that very easily, especially with this downtime that you have in between here. Now, yes, they have the advantage because they've been there so many times. They understand what it takes. But let's be real here. Bama, the last couple of years, hasn't really. When's the last time they won the title? Was it 2 years ago? It was longer than that.
Bama, I think. Yeah, it was like 3 years ago, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's been a while for them. They're just starting to lose their thunder, Saban's on his way out.
Thunder rolls.
Here's the deal is Bama, you're going to really understand kind of where their run defense is on or is at because Michigan cannot throw the ball. That's going to be the big Achilles heel is Michigan they cannot throw the ball. So that's why I think if Michigan is in the game, it will be the under. I don't even know what the under is. I need to look at that. But
dude, I just want to watch Michigan lose just for Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, that's going to be that
Quiet
man.
down.
Bro, that man put $1 million down. Like, what? There's no way that actually happened. There's no way he actually put $1 million down.
I wouldn't put it past him. Dude, he's been so obnoxious this season. Oh, I just want to watch him crumble.
Yeah, so the over-under is 44.5 for that game. Ours is 63.5.
Oh, jeez.
I mean,
that's crazy.
44.5, that's going to – I still think the under happens. Like, I don't know, man. Like, all Michigan does is run the ball and run the clock.
Yeah, I could see it being low scoring.
But and even if Michigan can't score, Alabama's going to score, but they're not going to score 44, I don't think. So, yeah. I think Michigan – I'm going to go ahead and call Michigan pulls off the upset as a number one. I think they send Bama home. And honestly, like for Texas, like that's the one I want. I really want Michigan.
I mean, I think either one's going to just be insanely fun.
Yes.
If we advance, playing Michigan would just be mind-blowing. I don't know when the last time we played them was, be crazy. But then also, on the other hand, getting a chance to beat Bama twice in the same season, if possible, and then like the road to redemption from the 2009 all the way back to now would just be – both of them are just insane. Insane.
Did you – here's the other wrinkle in this. Did you see Alabama hired a Michigan coach?
No.
Yeah, it happened like what was his name? I'll have to look it up. But yeah, Alabama hired a former Michigan coach. Let's see.
Like this season Michigan coach or previous?
Yeah, let's see. Alabama has hired former Michigan linebacker coach George Helo.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah. This was.
He's still need a linebacker coach.
He spent the 21-22 season at Michigan.
Okay.
So, giving a little reverse on the old Spygate stuff here. Alabama just said, "Fine, we'll just hire straight up from your program." Yeah, I need Dave Portnoy to calm down. I need all that to stop.
You were watching their whole live stream for their Ohio State Michigan game? Yeah. After that, I was just like, oh, okay, he needs to lose.
I do enjoy it. He is a showman. Like, I get it.
For sure.
I understand what he's doing, But and it's funny because he knows that he is hamming this up, and he has to, because either way, if he loses, he gets all the comments. If he wins, he gets all the publicity. Like, he wins either direction there. So as a businessman, like, he doesn't lose there. So even if he loses $1 million, the man made $1 million on the surviving Barstool thing. Like, it's crazy that he got well over 100,000 subscriptions to a surviving Barstool. YouTube threatened to take their thing down because of something that was said on there, and they said, no, we're not going to air that. So he said, fine, screw you. Put it on pay-per-view on his Barstool.tv, and he made $1 million just on that. So basically what he's doing is he's taking that surviving Barstool money and just hedging it and putting it on Michigan. And going all in. So we just basically all funded all that, whoever bought that. So
has Mattress Mac been doing anything?
Screw that guy, dude. I know he's been put. Let me look it up. That clown just all of a sudden, hi, I'm Mattress Mac. When I used to play for the Texas Longhorns. Get out of here, dude. I don't want that.
I know
mojo.
you hate him, but
For
he's
sure
a
put
good
money
hater.
in Texas.
I don't want that mojo. Let's see. Mattress Matt bet on Texas. October 13th. Mattress Matt goes all in on Houston winning the World Series. L.
Nothing as of yet.
I don't see anything yet.
He was doing
He
some
will.
promotional stuff for UT.
That's what he's been. I see like all these commercials on here. He's just showing his like picture of him in 1947 playing football for Texas. Probably just rode the bench the whole time. I can't stand Mattress Mac, and I can't believe you'd bring up that name to me. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. You guys got anything else?
Score predictions.
Yeah, y'all ready for score predictions?
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll go first. I'm going to take Texas 45-42.
45-42.
Yep, by a field goal.
I'll take Texas 42-31.
42-31. Okay, so based off of the last two games that I've seen from Texas and based off what I've seen from Washington, it's going to be Texas 56, Washington 38.
I like it.
Wow. I would love that.
It's been nothing but balls to the wall for these predictions. When I'm balls to the wall, good things happen, boys. Okay?
Lock it in, TJ.
I said 60 last week. I was short by 11 points, but we still beat the piss out of them. So, yeah, we're doing it, boys. Which also means the over is going to hit, in case you're wondering.
Dude, that'd be incredible, man. I know I've talked about Washington all year, and I've just thought that their offense was so explosive, so it makes me nervous. But man, if that was actually the result that happened, I would just be I would be losing it.
That you just reminded me. I got to put together that compilation of you being a Washington fan for the game before the game starts.
A Washington fan.
Yeah. I literally going to splice together you talking all about Washington. And they're just so great. I love them so much.
Phoenix is really good, man.
Not good enough to win the Heisman.
True.
I thought he should have.
I do too, actually. I do think I don't think
there's some chump that was sitting at home during conference championship season.
Yeah. Guy getting blown out and still wins a Heisman. All right, boys. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. We'll be back next week. More than likely, it's more likely going to be Tuesday. Tuesday night, we'll come back and record. Hopefully, we're moving on to the championship. Just winning championships for days right now. So let's just keep that train rolling, please. All right. With that being said, thank you guys for joining. We'll see you next week. Welcome, boys.